I love Barcelona, but I was eager to head north to check out the rolling hills, the stunning coastline, and the picturesque villages of Costa Brava, and we had 2 nights and 3 days to do it. About an hour or so later, we were standing on the pristine beach of the medieval Tossa de Mar, with aqua waves and soft sand that made me forget that it was actually December. In the summer, this idyllic beach town is packed with sun worshippers, but now we had the whole beach to ourselves. And the walled city is a perfect example of historic Spain, set against a truly stunning Mediterranean backdrop. It is the only fortified city still standing on the Catalan coast, and this ancient town dates back thousands of years to Roman times and even before. Inside the walls, the cobbled streets are charming and transporting. We wandered, snapped photos, and just breathed in the fresh sea air. We also stopped at the neighboring Calella de Palafrugell, taking in another beach town along their beautiful coastal walk. I don't think I'll ever get tired of looking at those Mediterranean views. But we were spending the next 2 nights in Girona, and I'm so happy that we did. We started day 2 in this vibrant riverside city, which to me was the right blend of young energy and historical treasures. We spent our day exploring the ins and outs of the city with a lovely local guide, Margarita, learning all about Girona's ancient and modern culture. I loved how each narrow street offered new surprises and very unique shops. We stopped in for a coffee at La Fabrica, a coffee/cyclist cafe. It had a welcoming, trendy vibe and healthy bites that wouldn't be out of place in my hometown of Los Angeles. Our tour continued to highlight many of Girona's familiar locations that were made famous in Game of Thrones. I definitely geeked out climbing up and down the stairs where Arya Stark ran away from the waif in Braavos. We also saw the iconic Sept of Baelor, where Cersei began her walk of shame. However, in real life, this is the impressive Girona Cathedral, a magnificent Gothic masterpiece with the world's second widest nave, set imposingly at the highest part of the city. Brave those 90 steps up for a jaw-dropping view, and be sure to head behind the cathedral to explore the city walls and gardens. Another hidden gem that we wouldn't have found without our guide were the Arab baths. These Romanesque public baths were built in the 12th century and are very well preserved and fun to walk through. And of course we had to take part in a famous Girona tradition, kissing the lion's butt. It just means you'll come back to Girona one day. Starved after walking up and down the city, Margarita recommended Le Bistro for traditional Catalan fare. Be adventurous because, unless you speak Catalan, the menu is nearly impossible. Fortunately, we both ended up with local specialties that were unexpected yet delicious. For dessert, we hopped across the river to a well-known bakery for the local favorite chuchos, a sweet pastry filled with cream and covered in sugar, and it was one of my favorite things that I ate in my time in Europe. On day 3, we drove 30 minutes north towards the Pyrenees to check out another medieval village, Besalu. It is famed for its 12th century bridge, and I felt like I was seeing a fairy tale village in real life. It definitely set the tone for this early morning adventure, and from the minute we crossed the bridge, we felt totally transported to the Middle Ages. The small town square was the center of activity, a perfect stop for a coffee in this otherwise sleepy town. We spent far too long at a toy shop admiring their handmade unique toys and bringing some of them home. Besalu is so cute. It's a perfect little day trip from Girona. There's lots of little cafes and shops. I love it. Besalu, just like the rest of Costa Brava, was enchanting. And our 3-day winter adventure up here was one of our highlights of our entire trip in Europe.